Bandit is here. Bandit is here. Bandit is here. I'm back, folks. I'm back. For the time being, until they kick me off again. But let's get into subject. Don't ever try to convince old people of nothing. Especially old black people. Old black people, I'm talking about 65 and older. The majority of them are stuck in the 50s and 60s. They're stuck. You can't talk to them about anything new. You can't talk to them about anything that would be better for them, for their lives. You can't even explain why certain things are the way they are today to them. They're stuck back there. I had an interesting conversation with my aunt. My aunt is 70 years old. She was married to my uncle for 33 years before he died last year. Just to give you a little backstory on my aunt. I won't mention her name. But to give you a little backstory on my aunt had back-to-back children from 1966, 67, and 68. In 1967, my aunt was 14, and 67, she was 15, and 68, she was 16. She had them back to back. Okay. And we were discussing black people. You know, I had to pause for a minute to just let that marinate. And this was in the mid-60s. So I don't want to hear nothing about these kids today. What weren't like that back then. I don't want to hear it. My own mother, while she was in her 20s, had a kid with a 17-year-old. My own mother. So I don't want to hear nothing about women were better. And not only did my mother have a baby by a 17-year-old, she had 3 back-to-back for him. Meaning he got my own mother pregnant at 17, 18, and 19. So I don't want to hear nothing about women were better back then. Not with the examples that I have. I'm the only child from my mother and my father. And my mom is older than my dad. But getting on with my subject matter. Why you don't talk to older people? Because somehow they absolved of everything that they did in their past. And now they are so-called Christians now. And now they want to tell you, you're going to hell for the way you live. But see, they're upset because they can't live life the way they want to live it anymore. And so they become old and mean and rude. Because that shell of a body they're in have hit wall. And you can't compete anymore. That's why when you see old people and they're mean and they rude and they upset, It's not because they don't like you. It's because they can't do what you do anymore. They had their fun. Right or wrong, they had their fun. And now they want to persecute you. They want to tell you what you can't do. And you're going to hell for doing that. While being envious of you. Jealous of you. You see? My aunt, we got into discussion about racism. I told her simply, these kids today don't know anything about racism. Most of the time, they're describing prejudice or bigotry. These people today don't know what racism really is. And you know what she kept saying? I remember when this happened to me when I was a kid. I remember when this happened to me when I was a kid. I remember when this happened to me when I was a kid. I saw this. I saw that. You know what she never mentioned? Because we were talking about black people here. You know what she never mentioned? It was wrong for me to go get lay up with a man and get knocked up 3 times straight at 14, 15, and 16 years old. That didn't come out her mouth one time. No accountability. And that's why these young girls from 1970 on through, probably a little bit before that, they don't mind having offspring without a father in the kid's life. That I don't need a man crap been going on for a long, long time. And it started with the women that is my aunt age. But they sit around, they watch the young girls how they act now. Like, oh, this is so bad. Not knowing that those girls are a product of them. They watch old women, like my aunts and the women in my family that are old. Those young girls watch how they lived. And what happened? It have gotten worse. It's like a virus that mutates and mutates and mutates and adapt. And it just caused destruction and death. And that's what happened. But you won't get an old woman to tell the truth. It's very, very rare, especially a black woman. They won't tell the truth for nothing in the world. Especially a black woman, because she's God. And I told her the main problem is the destruction of the family, the breakdown of the black family. Racism have nothing to do with black people being down and out. You take the man out the home, you take the father out the home, you gonna have destruction. First of all, you don't have protection. You don't have the breadwinner. You don't have the strength, and you don't have the love. That's what happens when you take men from families. The daughter don't have confidence. The boy he will not develop masculine. And if he is tough and hard, it's anger. No manhood. Women only teach their boys how they want to be treated. So a woman can't teach a man how to be a man, because the only thing she's going to teach her son is how she would want to be treated. And she kicked the man on somewhere, so now she's going to pour all of what she wanted in her life into her son. And her son is going to go out there and carry that crap into the world. And women are going to reject him, because women want leadership. They want a man that produces. See, this MGTOW thing gets a man back on track, baby. See, MGTOW ain't saying, I hate women. No. MGTOW saying, hey, I'm working on me. I'm going to be a better man, a masculine man. I'm going to be a producer. And when you talk to old people, You know what old people say? Count on God. Believe in God. Whatever God that they believe in, they tell you, pray. And a lot of you men walk around doing that, and you got sore knees. Because that's all you're going to have. Results don't happen until you get off your knees and start moving forward. Stop thinking like women. My old aunt told me a whole bunch of crap last night that didn't make no sense. None. A bunch of emotions and feelings. That's all I heard. The number one problem is women are out of control because there's no men. Men are weak. The men that have gone MGTOW, truly went MGTOW, they're getting their lives together. Then you got some men that want to dance around MGTOW. So they end up resenting MGTOW when things don't go their way. It's not about things going your way, MGTOW men. It's about you improving yourself. Producing. As a man, we are a human sacrifice. A man give his life for purpose and truth and honor, being brave, being stoic, presenting manhood, stern. That's a man. And women know when they see a man. He can enter the room and don't have to say nothing. That woman know, hey, that's a man right there. But every time I talk to an old woman, they want to give you this crap about how they wanted to be treated. What a man's supposed to bring to the table, but never say what a woman should bring to the table, what a woman should do for a man. And that's why I hate talking to older people, especially older women, and hell, both of them. Because an older man is the biggest simp ever. My father is the biggest simp ever. This man's still telling me he was a good man because every woman he had, he did everything for him. And I simply told my father, how is that working out for you? Because you don't have anything but the clothes on your back. And you done been married how many times? 4 or 5 times? You got kids everywhere. Hell, I got 3 brothers I haven't even met. And 2 of them are under the age of 13. We're talking about my father. I'm in my late 40s. Let's marinate on that for a minute. And this man's still talking about how good a man he was with only the clothes on his back. I don't talk to older people because they're jealous of you and your potential and what you can produce. And what you, young man, have to offer. You actually have a future. That's why I suggest young men fellowship in manhood. Particularly black men, because we're the ones killing ourselves at a high rate. Pick up new habits, black man. Young black man, go golfing. Go golfing. Spend some money and go golfing. Go to the gun range and actually learn how to shoot. So if you did have to shoot, a 5-year-old won't get hit. Women won't tell you that. Older women won't say nothing like that to you. They keep on telling you how they want to be treated. How they wish they could have been treated. But those women don't ever pick a man that's humble and nice and everything is perfect. No. They want danger. They want to live on the edge. They like a man that could nut up at any moment. That's what these women want. Heard a video with Mary J. Blige talking. This girl just turned 50 years old. She ain't but that much older than me. Talk about it get lonely sometimes. I'm just going to thug it out, though, because I'm waiting on somebody that can come along and complete me. You're 50. And you've been a star for 30-something years. And if you haven't found your love yet, at 50, you can hang it up. That's the bold truth right there. That's some truth for you right there. Old women. A 50-year-old woman is old. And she's telling other women she's going to thug it out. There's a man out there that's going to provide for her and secure her somewhere. All she got to do is thug it out. This 50-year-old woman said this. Old people. Don't listen to them. You got these overweight old people walking around, want to give you advice. And you walking around at 21 through 35. And you got to hear old people in their 60s, 70s, and almost 80 tell you that you're going to hell. Because they can't do what you do no more. Nobody's calling this out. Nobody but the bandit. And I'm telling young people, fellowship together. You're the ones with good ideals. You know why? Because they're new ideals. You have new ideas, young man and woman. You're the one with the fresh mind. These old people out here, they don't have fresh ideas. You do. The future is in the young person. Put your minds together. There could be a whole bunch of Elon Musks and Steve Jobs and Warren Buffetts. All of them. I'm talking about success. And Bob Johnson's and Steve Harvey's. Even though I think Steve Harvey is a nutcase. He's successful. He go play golf. He fellowship with other men. Yeah, he's a beta male. But he's successful. I don't like everything of every person myself. I can look at a guy and say, hey, I'm gonna take this and that. I like that. I'm going to adopt those habits that he is. Everything else could be crap. We as men got to stop looking at something that we don't like in a person and say, oh, we're going to throw the whole person away. No. There's always something that you could grasp from somebody. It's like surgery. When you're cutting the cancer out, you're getting the cancer out. You ain't going to throw the whole body away. And that's what's wrong with black people. We're raised by old black women. Bitter black women that couldn't keep a man. That held on to the government too long. And they held on to freedom and independence too long. And now they're off the market. So they're going to tell you everything that they want to happen to them. They're going to tell you everything that they want to receive. Those old people going to tell you what they want emotionally because now they're off the market. They can't compete no more. I'm sick and tired of people walking around here talking about talk to an older person. No. You don't get good ideals from older people. Older people had their chance. The young need to get their minds together to invent better products. A better way of thinking. Moving the race forward. I'm not going to talk about this much longer. Matter of fact, I'm at work. I'm about to make some money. I'm about to eat me something. I had me a good run today. I didn't lift weights. today. I did did a little cardio today, and I feel great. And I'm gonna end it with this. Men, take care of your health. You are the builders and producers. Take care of your health. Keep your weight down, especially your core. Your core. Keep this. Keep fat from this. Keep fat from wrapping around your back. Because that's the #1 problems in health. All this around your core is supposed to be hard and tight. Stop talking to old people. They're old. Bandit is out.